Well, just up from where we live there's alpacas and things, and this is a second field of alpacas I've seen. There's two there, there's a white one behind the tree and a brown one. Just in the field eating the grass there, and they're up. We're just up. Medicine's just there, we're just kind of heading up towards the Chevin and the country road here. It's just up from us. It's Wednesday morning and we're here in Otley, just near the river. There's a trim trail here at the park and we're just playing a mixture of foot tennis and proper tennis. Mary there. Passing it to Stephanie. And we've got Justina and then Alice hitting the ball well there, look. Justina, that's it. Just heading back after tennis, but it's gone a bit drizzly. This is the Garnet Wharf. This is a big weir on the River Wharf in Otley. It's Friday morning, very mild. It's just a quiet country lane near Otley. It's where the loads of red kites, always red kites here whenever you come. There's the signs to where we are, look. Farnley, Otley, Leithley, Beckwith Shore. And there's a little lake called Farnley Lake just behind the trees there. A private bit of land. If you can see, it's actually bigger than you think. It sort of stretches in a long, elongated shape. Just behind the trees. This is the Chevin up here, in the distance there. And it's all just fields for grazing, and there's crops often grown in these ones. I don't know. So we've definitely seen crops planted here, but it looks like they're maybe leaving it fallow, so they just put grass in it for now. So you might do a couple of years of crops, and the third year you might have grass. Let it recover a bit. And this is the Washburn River, which comes down. So the reservoirs I've shown you in previous videos, the big reservoirs and things, there's 3 or 4 from the Washburn Valley. It comes down here and then it joins the River Wharf just sort of shortly after here, down towards Poole, an area called Poole, where there's some lakes and things, fishing lakes and all that, on the in the Wharf Valley bottom. So the Wharf Valley is kind of down there, the Washburn Valley is here, and then they kind of join together down there. We are in the village of Spofforth, which is about 3 miles from Wetherby. It's Friday afternoon and there's Spofforth Castle here. We have shown you this before on a quieter summer day. It's a bit windy today, but we're just heading to Wetherby this afternoon, but just thought we'll just pop here and have a little look. It's like a ruined Spofforth Castle, a little very old village. So it's free to access the castle here in Spofforth, and tells you a little bit about it on the sign. Owned by one of the Percys, one of the most powerful Norman families in England, Northern England. Henry Percy, 1273, first William Percy. It was remodelled, the castle, in the 15th century. Yeah, Bort Annick Castle and all that, yeah, so it's all linked. How old is this castle though, I wonder? I'll have to try and find out. It's got the floor plan, hold, chambers. So a large estate around it. We'll go down here into the sort of central bit. Look, there's some pigeons up there having a nice time, look, in the tower. Right, let's go down and have a look in here. Out of the wind as well, so hopefully the microphone won't be too disturbed by noise that there was out there. It's very windy this afternoon. This is obviously the central hall here, isn't it? Ooh. Oh, there's some old like windows and steps going up here. Bit dark. I don't know where those steps went to once. Hole cut out in the rock. So yeah, the reason it's lower down here is because they've actually used the rock that existed and then built the castle on top of the rock. So they've carved out some of the rock so they didn't have to use extra stone, they just carved it out. They used the natural features to build the hall. So the main buildings were between the 13th and 15th centuries, making use of the unusual topography. So the hall, 13th century, against a rocky outcrop, and the stairs were cut through the rock at each end. So those stairs and then those stairs were cut out the rock. Still quite a lot of it left, really, isn't there? Like we'll just go out this way. So you could go out that way, you can nip out here. Watch your head on this, it's quite low. There we go, that's Spofforth Castle now. Still the big tower's intact, which is impressive, isn't it, with the slits in and all that there. It's just a home for pigeons now though. And this is the rock, part of the topography of the site, which it was just built next to. There's a little stream runs down there. Anyway, we'll head back to the car now. Lots of different ages of houses here. A little bit of a village square here as well. Maybe crocuses and things. Church tower. So this is All Saints Church in Spofforth. So yeah, this has got Commonwealth War graves as well here, but some of the gravestones look a bit old. 1850s. Don't know if it'll be open. It's an old tower. That's obviously a little walking foot entrance to it there. Is it open? Possibly not. Looks a bit locked. Yeah, unfortunately it was closed. It's locked. Can't see inside it, but there we go. We've got the outside. Tells you a little bit about it, which says that, you know, probably since the castle was built and all that, and the Norman conquest, there was a church, and the oldest part of the church is sort of says transitional Norman, but I like it that the foundation was earlier, so it does, you know, it does look old. Some parts of it and had extensions and new bits added on. Lots of it says that the present church is a rebuild in 1854-55, which returned the nave and chancel to a Norman style. So different parts and all that, but yeah, but it, you know, look, 1280, the list of rectors starts. So there we go. And there's a blind Jack Metcalf, the road builder, buried in the church. So we are now in Wetherby. Managed to park in a free parking area here. This is free, which is good. It's behind the delivery office, sorting office. So we're going to head down into the main part of Wetherby down that way. Oh, originally a passageway between two houses. Probably built by the descendants of Huguenot refugees from France. Look your neighbours yourself. So we go, that's the arch. There's a nice little flower garden here. You can go and sit in and all that. We'll have a little walk in here. So this is where there's like a Morrison's through there, and then some other shops on this street. And Garden of Rest. It's all planted up. Yeah. Truly Yorkshire. So what's actually in there? There's like an old stove and some medals and things, and then there's like a coffee, like a little kitchen, like tea towels and coffee cups, and it's like somebody said, yeah, I don't. It says, yeah, it's like I don't know what it is. It's just like yeah, it's funny, that, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. So we are in Wetherby. It's Friday afternoon, 21st of February, about 15 degrees. It's very mild, but windy. There's like a bike tool thing here for fixing your bike. If you get a problem, you can pump it up, and spanners and Allen keys and all that there for free. Sort of cafes and things here, but it's too windy for sitting outside. Greengrocers. We've got the forced rhubarb there. Look, the candle forced rhubarb. Tomlinson's is the farm in Pudsey that grows those forced rhubarb, and that's what it is, the Tomlinson's. Look, so do it under candlelight. So this is like a sort of central square area here. So lots of plaques all over the place, aren't they, telling you what things are? Is that what that's the library or something? What's that? So Wetherby Town Hall, built in 1845 with an old chapel. Go down the Shambles, not the York Shambles, the Wetherby Shambles. Lloyd's Bank there closes at 2:30 every afternoon. What's this? The Shambles built in 1811 by the Duke of Devonshire for butcher's shops. Each was let for 3 guineas a year. In 1888, converted to open market. Beginning of the Great War, used for miniature rifle practice. It's now just converted to a series of different shops, isn't it? Restaurant, yeah, maybe later. Restaurant, maybe later. Maybe later. Okay. Oh, there's like a weir down there, I can see. The water wheel. Riverside parking. And this says Wetherby Bridge, ancient monument built in 1235. Crossed by Mary Queen of Scots and rebel armies and all that. Including those of the Earl of Northumberland and Cromwell, Scottish drovers used the bridge.
It's a lovely statue.
It's a lovely statue. So we'll just have a look at the bridge and then we'll go down there next to the river. So this is the bridge. Yeah, we'll have a little look down there. So watermills existed on this site before 1221, grinding flour, crushing rapeseed, fulling cloth. Mill buildings burnt down in 1945 while it was in use as a firelighter factory. Nearby a brewery and a sawmill. The original 1235 river bridge still remains between the 1773 upstream widening and the 1826 downstream widening. The fish ladder opposite was built in 1871, cost £30. So this is the 1235 bridge. I mean, we think that bridge has been there for like 800 years. And then, you know, the concrete stuff built in the 1960s has all been, or even like 5 years ago, it has all been defective and, you know. I think like the amount of force and everything and the floods, and yet the bridge has just been solid for 800 years. Huh? Spawning Salmon by Michael Listener. That's the sculpture there then, Spawning Salmon. And you can walk under the bridge as well to that side. And the cogwheel unearthed in 1991, and they saved in 1982, saved and restored the weir. The wheel would have turned by a shaft that came directly from the water wheel in the mill. Yeah. No. The original, like an old wheel there, look. Plenty of flow over the weir, eh? So that's the bridge there we're just looking at, and got another street going through Wetherby here, the Yorkshire Building Society on it and things like that. Hairdressers, sort of thing. Gas House Lane. Wetherby was once supplied with gas from works established as Lane in 1845. That looks like an old house there, doesn't it? That one. Very old. Red Lion. Just little specialist shops and things along here. This was a church in Wetherby. Look at like a gate there, narrow gate. Have a look, see if this is open. Probably not. Crocuses. They've all got these notes. Yeah, it's all locked up. I can't see in very well. Just sort of peep in from there. But there's some old buildings, like school buildings and things here behind it. And like a bit of courtyard. We'll have a look at that, shall we? Have a look at a little bit of courtyard. Like a restaurant or something like that, or a back of a pub. St James's Church in Wetherby, Church of England. This is the St James's Scout and Guide group, look. Which was, it's in the old church room, St James's Church room. And then this looks like some sort of old school grounds, doesn't it, this? What does it say? Church centre. So it's like a parish centre for all this. This definitely looks like the back of a seating area for a pub or something. Yeah, it's just an outdoor seating area there. Too windy for that though. And then there's this little street which is sort of you miss. Here with all little shops and lights on and Christmas trees all lit up. Look, because it's the middle of February. And what have we got on here? Nobody actually walking down the street at all. Bookshop. Skin and book and therapy. Kitchenware shop. hair design, kids clothing, picture framing, like a gallery upstairs, exhibitions, somebody getting treatment for something, beauty, something. Bottle bean, what does that mean? I don't know what that means, bottle bean. Is it bottles of beer? I don't know, bottles of beer. Estate agents, Couplands, Skipton Building Society, St Vincent's, library, should we go to the library? So we've got the library here, which is Leeds City Council, and then you've got the Catholic Church down there. That's the Catholic Church there, that won't be open, but we'll have a look at it. There. Just up from the marketplace area here. It's quite a thick book, this, in the library in Wetherby. World coins. So St Joseph's Catholic Church, of course the priest's house is pretty big as well attached to it. But a much more modern church. St Joseph's Catholic Church in Wetherby. Closed, of course. So this is just the street around the Catholic Church. All stone buildings assigned to the Georgian bathhouse there. Wetherby town map, and then that's quite an interesting building there as well, isn't it? So we're here next to the Wetherby Cinema, St Joseph's Church, Jubilee Gardens and Georgian bathhouse. Well, shall we try and find that? And then you've got all of this, the parkland and things around the river as well. So we've just basically been to there, saw that little war memorial on the bridge, kind of walked down there, had a look up here, did this little bit. So we've just been in this little area here, Morrison Supermarket. Yeah, we could have just a look down there. Jubilee Gardens.
Did we come here with Mary?
No.
No.
It's open till 4. Well, it's supposed to be open till 4. It's only 3:20, but actually it's locked. Just a view across the river, I think, there.